Oh, no, we've got something else has happened. He's played... Oh, he's just played bishop f4. Okay, so in this position, very simple, bishop f4. And that's checkmate. Well, that was a lot simpler, just to take the pawn. Why didn't we consider that one? I don't know. Apologies. It won't be the last blunder I make. It won't be the last oversight I make in this tournament. So bishop f4, and Svidler has answered immediately with rook f8. So in his last two moves, he's given up the g pawn, he's given up the f pawn, but at least it's meant that he's been able to activate his pieces to some extent. However, it looks rotten to me because there is no threat to take here. So in this position, well, white has two extra pawns, but his rook is attacked. Okay, so what's his idea? So if the rook moves away, now there's no threat here, so you can take this off. Ah, or can you? Then rook g7. Bishop f5. It feels like this should be winning, but after this move, queen e5 covers g7. And remarkably, black is still on the board. Habe ich was übersehen? So Nepomniachtchi, what's he going to do here? Interesting. Perhaps he should sacrifice the exchange. Vielleicht die Qualle opfern. Läufer h6. Something like this. Maybe takes. And queen takes. Es ist nicht ganz klar, was passiert hier. Also Dame e5, dann können wir hier nehmen, aber Schwarz überlebt. Also es droht hier Läufer schlägt Turm. Und wir brauchen eine gute Antwort. Ganz komisch. Bitte? Yeah. Okay, but let me just look at rook g3 again. Am I overlooking something really stupid here? I can't take here because this square is covered. Queen h6. Ah, queen h6. Threatens mate, threatens here. But then queen here. And black survives. Rook g7, yeah, we had this a moment ago. And remarkably, after this move, it seems that black has everything covered because the bishop defends here, the queen defends here. Unless I'm overlooking something. Of course, you could do this. Here, here, What's the score? White is a pawn up and has a threat of queen d4. Well, not exactly a threat because black can blockade on f6, but at least white is a pawn up there. So that's the position on the board. Nepomniachtchi is having a little think here, and maybe rook g3. Do you know what? I think I'm going to leave them to analyze that one out. Let's have a look at another board. Okay, let's go Nepomniachtchi against Svidler. We have some developments, because in this position, that's where we last left it. And I was looking at something bizarre with rook g3, but Nepomniachtchi has simply given his rook here. So the knight comes back to defend the bishop. Now that can't be captured because there's a checkmate. So then bishop takes rook, queen takes, and that's the position on the board. Note we've got one more move. Svidler's played queen c8. So we have a dynamic material balance. Knight and two pawns play against a rook. Now, it looks to me as though this is the best position that Svidler has had all game. He might still be lost in this position, but he's not completely lost. For example, if the queens are traded here, then black will be fine. Black is definitely on the board. So one big question is, what about e6? In that case, is it possible to take here? You've got to watch out for checks on this diagonal. Take here. And queen g3. Threatening the rook. Threatening a mate, but then queen f8. Holds everything up. Ja, ist interessant. Beide Spieler, both players, not exactly looking at the board. He's played e6. It looks to me as though he's played e6. That's remarkable. Okay, so obviously I'm overlooking something. Let's have a look. Queen, so rook takes. Now, can he play... can he play queen g3 first? Before taking? Because now queen g7 mate is threatened. And then here. So in that case, there's no defense with queen f8. And if... Well, if rook g8, then you can trade everything. Well, Svidler's just taken on f4, so we're about to discover, and he must play queen g3. Yeah. And we can see that on the screen. He's played queen g3. Okay. I'm going to award myself a medal, because I think that's the first variation that I've predicted correctly. Queen g3 threatens a mate. Threatens the rook. Oh, how fantastic. I'm being offered another tea. Thank you so much. So what's Svidler got here? Okay, I think we should try and defend against the bigger threat of queen g7. That would make some sense. And, well, if bishop f6, then we can play knight takes, and that defends this chap. And if rook g8, then of course we exchange everything off. And then we take Mr. Rook. Then bishop d6. Ja, Entschuldigung. In welcher Stellung? Nach E6? Ein. Ach so, Bishop G5. Läufer G5 in dieser Stellung. Ach so. Ja, das wäre etwas besser gewesen. That would have been a little bit better. Thank you. So in this position, instead... Okay, then we should just take this off. Okay, this is... Yeah, this has happened. It's gone Queen F4, yeah. And... Okay, we're going to catch up with the moves in a second on our screen. Okay, so here we go. We've got Queen F4, takes, Queen E6. So that's the position on the board. No, we've got some more moves. Like I said, I think this is Svidler's best position of the game. He might be a pawn down, but he's not getting checkmated. And I suspect that Nepomniachtchi might have missed something absolutely devastating earlier. I think he might have underestimated Svidler's counterplay. Because at least Svidler here he might be a pawn down, but he has a decent pawn center. Okay, even if this position is lost, Svidler has a chance, because his pieces are very well centralized. Let's get rid of those again. This is not so clear. I think Nepomniachtchi, yeah, well, you can see it on his face. I think suddenly he realizes that's the position on the board, that this is actually not a simple task to win the game. Absolutely not. It'd be interesting to see the clock times. Nepomniachtchi had a huge time advantage, but maybe that has reached. Let's go to where we are in the game. We've reached this position. Oh no, we have some more moves. Okay.
Queen E6 is a threat, yeah?
And suddenly black may win.
Yeah. No, but Queen D8 or something now, yeah? Queen D8, but not so easy.
No,
King F7,
absolutely not. Queen endings, they're tricky. Tricky things, tricky beasts.
I believe it's closer to a draw than to win.
Yeah?
I believe, because...
So something like...
No, here in Queen
and
E6.
then Queen E6, and...
Checks, and checks.
And just checks. Oh, yeah,
Just
yeah,
checks.
it just checks. Yeah. Yeah, interesting. Okay, and let's just have a quick look at the other game, which was...
Thank you, thank you. And
Okay.
what's going on? Just show me what's...
Oh, yeah, we should...
What's going
oh, yeah,
on
before
in
you
this
go,
game.
please.
Before I go, and
Yeah.
then it's... If they agreed the draw or not.
Queen E1 check.
Probably they agreed, yeah, no. King A6, Queen E6. A repetition, yeah.
Well, it looks like you predicted it right. It was more
No, king is
George.
too weak. King is too weak. Why needs to have secure king to win in these positions? Because also the pawn is quite advanced on h4,
Yeah,
and king is weak.
yeah. Okay, you predicted it right.
Okay.
Okay, fantastic.
Okay.
Listen, we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
hopefully.
See you tomorrow. Thank you.
Best of luck.
Have a good day. Bye.
So that's the one game remaining. We have Jan Nepomniachtchi with the white pieces trying to squeeze something out of this game that, well, he'll be kicking himself for not winning this game. I think you can see him staring into space there. And Peter Svidler looks like he could hold it. So I'm being joined by Hikaru Nakamura. Please do take a seat. It looks like a draw, Hikaru.
He tricked him.
Yeah, he tricked him. Too right, he tricked him. Yeah. Hikaru, nice to see you. How are you doing?
Good, good. It's
Yeah.
good to be back in Zurich.
Yeah. Okay, listen, let's have a quick look at your game. Just for those watching online, Hikaru won his first game against Yannick Pelletier. You're playing a lot of chess at the moment.